Alright guys, before I start this video, I just want to say go check out my vlog channel. Link will be in the description, or you could just go on my channel and click on channels and it will be there. It's Failtech Vlogs and other. I create other kind of content, not just vlogs, but other behind the scenes. I actually did a video recently, if you can see here by my setup and stuff like that. So please go check that out. If you want any more information, go there. So the S8 and S8 Plus are basically out now, and everything is pretty fine and dandy when it comes to, you know, the way it looks, the way it performs. There aren't really any battery exploding problems, so it seems pretty good, right? Well, yes and no. To me, I don't really like it in the way that it looks and the way that I think it's going to function if I used it. So this is why I won't be upgrading to the Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus from my S7 Edge. Now, I wouldn't be upgrading to the S8 or S8 Plus from an iPhone 6s Plus or more, the same way I won't be upgrading from a Pixel or something like that, because it's not quite as good in terms of a jump in technology. So the first thing I'm going to say is I don't like the screen aspect ratio. 18.5, I believe it is, by 9. Now this is annoying, and it means that you're going to get black bars when viewing video unless you crop in, which is not good. It's just after using 16 by 9 devices for so long, you're going to get that just sudden change, and it's not going to be great. So I don't really like that. And I believe one of the reasons they did it is because they have rounded corners now, and so they kind of had to add a little bit extra screen real estate so that they could fit the items on the screen. And I'm not a fan of that either. I really don't see the point in rounding the corners. It probably ups manufacturing costs because they've got to create new pieces of glass and different panels and stuff. And the fact that they're kind of pointless. Like, what is the point? It's just gimmicky. I really don't like them. I really severely hope the market doesn't go towards rounded corners, because the G6 has this and the S8 and S8 Plus have this. So I really, really hope that it's not an industry-wide thing, and I hope it just phases out after a generation. The small battery. The S8 Plus is a 6.2 inch phone, as in the screen is 6.2 inches, and they opted for a 3500 milliamp hour battery. May I explain that that's not a 6.2 inch 1080p or even a QHD, but QHD Plus, because of course it is a longer aspect ratio. So they're cramming all those pixels on that screen, and yeah, but right, you could change the resolution to maximise battery life. I don't care. If I'm paying £700 for a smartphone, I want to be able to use it to its full potential. And so this is just stupid for me. The fact that this phone, 5.5 inches, which is already 0.3 inches smaller than the smallest S8 Plus, or the smallest S8, has a 3600 milliamp hour battery. And there are phones out there that have got 5.5 inch screens that have 4000 milliamp hour batteries. And the S8 Plus is almost an inch bigger in diameter for screen real estate. And yet it has a 3500 milliamp hour battery. It's just not good enough for me. Samsung would really have to pull something out of their butt to make this work on a large scale, because I don't know what they're going to be able to do with software kind of features to make it work like this, unless it's optimized like iOS is, which I really don't see happening. Software. Again, linking to software, I really don't like the software. I've been using the S7 Edge since August of last year, which is a decently long time, and I can live with the software. It's okay. But would I go and buy it again? I probably wouldn't. If there was a big Samsung revolution and there was something big happening, you know, they were implementing 4K OLED screens, not a problem. You know, cameras, you know, in their 20 odd megapixels with huge sensors, maybe I'd jump on the Samsung wagon again. But I really am kind of deterred because I don't like the way that Samsung software works. I think it's great, the fact that it's full of so many features. I just don't like how it kind of looks and how it's implemented. So the software on the S8 and S8 Plus, basically the same thing. There are some different tweaks, I believe, in like the settings, because obviously it's a different phone. And this links me into the fingerprint scanner ordeal. The fact that it's on the back, which is great, because that's where I like the fingerprint scanner, but it's next to the camera, not below it, which makes no sense to me. I see why they did it, in the fact they wanted to have that continuum of like your heart rate monitor, then your camera, then your fingerprint scanner, so it's like not all kind of all over the place. I can understand that. At the same time though, it's just not good enough, is it? Like, when you're paying £700 for a smartphone, you kind of want the fingerprint scanner in the right place. So even if you know, a lot of people say they prefer it on the front, I don't mind it's on the back, but I wish it was just in the right place. It's not one of the reasons I wouldn't buy one, but it's another adding ammo to my gun to shoot at Samsung. The camera. Basically, there's no difference. Well, there's very, very minor difference between this and the S8 or S8 Plus in terms of the camera. No revolutionary new sensor, no revolutionary new glass that's like f1.4. Honestly, if we could stop the glass down to f1.4 or f1.2, that would be stunning. I'm sure that would impede manufacturing costs, but at the same time, it's a low light kind of help towards the really small sensor that is in the smartphone, really. So if we could do that, that would be great. I'd much prefer it if they could get in the region of like, 18, 20 megapixels, which would be cool, but also keeping low light. And I'm gonna put my phone down though. Notes are done. The price. I don't like the fact, and I've mentioned this a lot, that's probably why, £700 or 600, between 600 and 700 pounds. Awful lot of money to spend on a phone that isn't actually that amazing. Yes, it has water resistance, yes, it has Type-C, it has its headphone jack, but there are just so many things missing. I really don't think Samsung thought through the whole camera ordeal with the fact they just basically copied it over very, very slightly, and I don't like the fact that the battery is so small. That is why I won't be upgrading to the S8 or S8 Plus, and yes, I would be going for the S8 Plus because I prefer the bigger phone, but at the same time, I won't be because I'm not going to be upgrading to it. I may buy one in for review at some point, but I really don't see that happening, and I much prefer to stick to some of the older phones, get some videos on those done. But that's it, guys, so thanks for watching this video. Please like it if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Tell me in the comments what you think about the S8 and S8 Plus, and will you be upgrading? Or if you've got it, tell me how you like it. I want to know the opinions of all you guys about the rounded corners thing. Also, don't worry about hitting 250 likes in that other video. I'm going to start learning the whole installing custom ROMs on the S4, and I'll probably make that video very soon. But there are some other videos to come out that aren't quite phone related. So, thanks for watching, guys. It's been your boy Ryan Thomas. Do all those things, or don't at all. Subscribe here if you're new, because it makes up the numbers. It's cool for me to see, and also, you don't miss a video like this one. So, I will see you in the next one. Peace.